Daniel share. One saw the end and I made you for boy at Nancy said, I go one day. A cat out for fish, they were to the post. I want the office. And then, if a bobo in your mama community, oh, Sunday, I want to hear you, Miano, Baby Easter. Easter, you might be brilliant sooner, Eddie, a woman, a few more of the same museum, dear. You may be a costume, and own and your couple more fish soon. A man do for ever possess na sumo. Some are quite some. I know, ma. I know one was chef for who person possess in some way. In another day, and near Yakupo do for a jack when you want to see any my bed day, but just and some. One night a shot, you may be a yassi. The Biabe Cassette, soft mammy, and Yakupo shan, papa. On so you may be yassi, a put you may be a chidom. Emma, believe me back. That's a video soon. Near the Mexican coupon assemble. Because to be I was so far as a so for love, so on to make ups near the no Mumia, a computer, no so many down. To almost in a coupon so yet, and shall not to condemn more. Help us so every now, so a da, or free yourself, mamma, maybe I will be ano or da, no Sabeca, maybe I will be out of Fenamana able to Dana or Sabede, Ebeka. So I will know the mouth of your day, my name may be stressed near the free so no Yama Habanya did more. Did Jania never did any be a young baby, a judge, most I have put me again. Yama Mishad near the brain was sorted. The young boy really busted you. Near one better, Yanko Pass. Yanko Posha the bread. Now I didn't swear yet, and I swear you see Uko Facebook for a Bishop Sam David Ministry. Uko Instagram at Bishop Sam David Ministry. Uko YouTuber a Bishop Sam David TV. So maybe I'll be a catch on me as a real to subscribe will be no be and subscribe will be not and yet in Shra and far and my own show. They'll come back to Studio B. So, Ababa, now go to Ishra. I'm a grace. Yeah, if you have you be that say. That's a bomb. Yeah, me have right, quick one. If for your Poshamo, now until I didn't tell them, no mamma, and Yamo, the Yabecassa Afa, a pile in Sebu, and I Yabecassa, I found a debris, not Jibre, not Tenassi, and Cobebia, not Tenassi, the sheet, the Sia dear, not Fabiso, a Bobra, which you shall show up pioneer, libation, you shall show, and then Yaku for and a young about the check, and Yaku push up, quick one. Papa, now Miss Israel, did I say? And I was in Susan as you are so what ready. And so council, if I do a bad council, and then less than 50 overflow. A bus so then my appointment, you put question. And here is a graphic. I'm shall say, council, as a sample, ya, or some to a council as well. Now it is a wire dear. Coupon for someone or thing, and didn't check on a vagina coupon. And I was a papa. So full, and never pass on here because of a pile and I wish. And you know, so now will be out of what you saw was good with Sapas now credit. Papa, so I believe said, why are so dear? Or at the mouth, just for quick one, to them.
Thank our mama of the house. Wherever you are watching us, we greet you and we say hello to you for the wonderful things you are doing in our life and supporting this program. Also, the next appreciation and thanksgiving goes to our only that Bishop Dr. Sam David. So he's I always say he's a motivator, our teacher, our preacher, everything. So today he has a package for us. So we have nothing to do than to wait for his package. So Bishop, I welcome you once again.
Thanks. I'm a grace.
Yeah, mammy, and no back. About time why you see man and back or run and back is all round. Now, Miss Sab will be out. My, who now, Miss Cow, was 1 2 20. Oh, a meet child or deep room. They be under the mechanic, they be under the best, they bet me and a solemn. Then he said, man, no woman. Ah, the beach is where I married. Maybe I have got one. Now, me, Emma, pinche. What they be a my head? And I say, you, daddy, you can't a pay. me be say ni bisa say eye ma Kristo ni say oyi apaye ana
Yo.
ana say ewiase ni ana say nipa bi so ko bi na we say omo yi apaye na Kristo ni so tu yi apaye ya.
All right. The question is it good for a Christian to pour libation? Yes, I may say that libation is a form of prayer. It's a form of traditional prayer, which if you go to even Rome, they also sometimes pour libation. They have means where they have oil, mix it together, and they get to their altar, and then they drop it on their altar, begin to pray to their God. So it's a form of libation. Some have water and they put corn meal inside, and they begin to pour that libation. But there is a difference between libation in Christians and libation of that of the traditional. Now, if you go to even some charismatic churches, they get oil, they pour oil on the floor, begin to pray. It is also libation they do. Sometimes they use egg, some charismatic church. Sometimes they use water pouring on the floor. Even though some they didn't listen to anything, but it's also a form of libation. But what is the difference? If we continue to pour the traditional, the old method libation, sometimes things are good, sometimes things are not good. If you are in the city, you say you are a Christian, you have taken Christ as your personal savior. Then your uncle somewhere in the village, who is not a Christian, who carry libation and say, "Oh Lord, thank you for today." And he mentioned the smaller gods and also thanks them. And he says that, "We thank you for protecting all the family." It means you are included. Whether you like it or not, who decide the Dipanaka, you are in debt to that God. So some people have taken Christ as their personal savior, but still things are not going well. Why? There are some people back to their hometown pouring libation. So even though you are taking Christ, but no, you are still in that TVM. Because your uncle, your father is your blood. He said, "Oh, this God should protect all the family." Which family do you belong to? You belong to that family. So if you say you are not liking that area, you are still there. So in this regard, libation is good when you are part of that libation category. Then it whether do or good to you or bad. But when you are out and they are still pouring it, mentioning your name, that is the effect.
Okay, Papa, that's it. Papa, person will be said, Adaroma, or break the question. Person will say, "A dear libation." Okay, and it's a
Okay. All right. So libation, as I told you, is a form of prayer. It's a process. It's a form of divination, where they call and pray to God. So it's a traditional method that the means they use to invoke their God. That is it. Which is accepted. Okay? Yeah. Which is accepted. But that means they don't invoke the creator of heaven and earth. Are you getting me?
Yes.
They invoke the lesser gods without libation. So if you are not invoking the lesser god, you have taken yourself out. Anybody that invoke it, who is your uncle, also invoke it on your behalf, and it affects you. Okay. Are you getting the point?
Yeah.
Yes.
Papa, that's it. Yamidi for actually, who said you good side as if at here, and it could have gone Yankopon Basayado, and no good some different one, no different, and Yamenka to one, and then Yamidi for achievement. So for Stevie.
Okay, thank you, so for you. My question is, if it is good to pour like this, how benefit or how should a Christian, how does it relate to a Christian life to pour libation? And what are the consequences that you need to pour libation as a Christian?
Yeah, so as a Christian, when your uncle or you yourself you're pouring libation, you're free to do it, but if you can do it in the name of the bigger God and the name of your ancestors, that will be right. But the moment you pour it in the name of the lesser gods, you have deviated yourself as a Christian. 2, even when your uncle pour it and mention the lesser God, fine, but you, that you say you are not a Christian, it will be affecting you. So how does it affect? Now, those who are in the culture, the traditional culture, whom they have poured libation for a long time, it works for them, and sometimes things get choked. Those people who are in that house, they find it difficult to get married. They find it because there is no lesser God who is there. Every lesser God wants to marry. So they marry to young boy, young girl in that house when they give birth to them. Are you getting it? All the lesser God they are pouring libation. Take care of our children. Take care of, yeah, the God will take care of it. But what is Kaiser is Kaiser. So as he's taking care of, that God would like to marry that lady. So it makes that everybody from the culture background, that area, is married to spirit. It's the same gods in the house. See, if you are talking about married to spirit or spiritual marriage, it's not from far, it's from your own house. They are the lesser gods in your own house. They are the water gods in your own house. It's not coming from anywhere. The libation they are pouring, they should protect our family. They should protect our family. Yes, he's protecting. So he needs to marry you. Once he marry you, no man is permitted to marry you. When a man marries you, it will be difficult for you to give birth. When you give birth to it, will be difficult for you to pay the bride price of that woman. So those that they have wedded, they are looking for the fruit of the womb. Those that have gotten the fruit of the womb, they have not wedded them. Not balancing. So they are all the consequences of pouring libation, which is good. By mentioning lesser gods, busum kitwa, ekahuno, anu na ase. But it's also a form of prayer. But no traditional person can pray without mentioning the lesser gods. And it's affecting people even in the city. Are you getting me? Yes. That is it.
Okay, my next question. You see, sometimes they give birth to people. They give birth to people and they pour like this. Someone died. They do those kind of rituals. I think they pour like this also. So my question is, why is it that is it always necessary to pour libation when someone dies?
Oh, it's necessary. You see, we have cycle in life. One needs to be born. When you are born, then you live life. After life, you die. That is the 3 cycle of human being. And everybody is expected to pass through. So once you are born and they pour libation or they pray, the way they adore you, the same way they have to pave way for you. So yes.
So for that matter, once you are born and they pour libation, is it not a covenant they are putting you inside?
Yes, and a covenant with him. That is why you had it with Abraham. Sure. But the point is, why are you having the covenant? With whom are you having the covenant? With which spirit are you having the covenant? What benefit of the covenant are you going to get? That is it now. So when they adore a baby, you have to pour libation, yes. But I mean, when you pour that libation that day, and you mention Maru Sobolisa, Onyakumpon, the Obosru, and the Assassin, and the Yananomo, fine. You have covenant with them. So, there is no problem. But when you add the lesser one, they will help, but they also take their food. That is to marry that person.
It means They will help all though, but they will bring something different.
Yes, you have to pay for it.
Negatively, not positive.
Yes. No, you see, those lesser gods, sometimes they protect you from a car accident.
Okay.
Sometimes they make you not to die early. But they also have to take something from you.
Okay. Give and pay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
That is the point now.
Yeah.
So libation is good, but even libation that you're pouring on this land, there are spirits on this land. This land too is life.
Sure.
Okay, so you are helping to generate energy to the benefit of you yourself.
Yeah.
But the goals that are created by human being, that is where the point is. One thing that people don't understand is that every God that you mention, somebody brought that God to the family.
Correct.
Somebody brought it. And when he died with the key.
Yeah.
When he died with the secret and the mystery. Even when he tell anybody to be doing it, he cannot be perfect like him. That's why when you go to take your bosom or gods and you die, they will bury with it. But people didn't bury people with that ghost and it's still in the house. It will destroy the house.
Amen.
Papa, na me share.
Amen.
Bishop, mpese me bisa bibi afa de okay. It is we obi a wo na ebi a wo anase wo fie mu sa empaye yi omuyi enya soso anso bi ewo wo so ema enu nti no ebi a awale kura abo anase wawale na so be ba wo nye bi nwo sa nipa no kwan be no bafa so betumi ade ne mu afisa.
Okay. Into point number 1 is you have to leave from that area and then give yourself to Christ. That is when you give yourself to Christ. Now, after you've given yourself to Christ, then you know your anchors will be pouring libation on behalf of you. Your anchors will be pouring libation on behalf of you. So you build a covenant with the Christ you have received. You build that strong covenant. Then you take yourself out of that family. You separate yourself from the family. Are you getting me? You take yourself out of the family. You know, when they said that, okay, Jesus came to die, the old thing are gone, it means you have separated from the old covenant. The old covenant, you are no more under the old covenant. You are now initiated into the new covenant. But people are not enjoying the new covenant because one way or the other, they are not truly initiated into the new covenant. They only mention Christ. They are not being initiated. Unless you understand from the mind that truly Christ came to die. Truly there is a Savior. And then you repent truly from your mind and your heart. That is when you become part of that family. Then when they are pouring libation, in terms of idol or gods, it will not affect you. Because let me tell you, every witch, all the witch don't have light. The night before they travel is very difficult for them. The only light they get is bosom, is gods. Go and ask any elder and they will tell you. It is bosom, idol, lesser gods that gives them light. They are the throwers of the torchlight before they can travel far. Every witch. So witch and lesser gods have hand in hand.
Okay.
Activity doing. That is why when a witch catch you and you take it to the lesser god, he cannot take you out of it. Because they give light. Now before the lesser god even take you out of it, then that fetish priest is also a witch. Unless he's also a witch. And they have gods. God, a certain god that catch witch. Unless that one. Are you getting it? You see, that thing they say that, oh, how can lesser god destroy lesser god? No. It's called Nana.
Okay.
That bosom can destroy another bosom.
Okay.
When they plant something here and you use bosom nana, it will come and show you the place and it approach it. It's a bosom, it's a lesser God. That is the name. Whether 50 years when the person comes, he has that bosom, it will set on him and he will know where the thing is. Then they have another lesser God that catches witch. That lesser God don't throw light for witches. So his level of operation is different. But apart from that, all other gods throw light for witches. So when witches are worrying you are pouring libation for that gods again. No. You're pouring water on the stone.
Papa, yeah, that's Yago Pushra, Papa. So when you have been now, Prince and same exactly for. I can for it's a one no. It is so and I'm meeting for entertainment. I mean, Bomo Kai said, I'm not Sunday. A program gets here, and Bomo gets here. And I could put them money different. I'm not Macosia that we are, but I never do protection. I could say that we have I'm meeting for 8 years. Yes, would that was said that we are, or 10 years more that a billion real Falcolano, Falgamo Black, Falbotto Black, Brana years more than coffee. Black was said that we are, but years more than the middle first castle. One January Busu, a rubber mount Yamia Macosia that to be a good Pia. One night, a blood solution center and about it, Yamia Macosia blood them. 1 month, Tamon never beats now. To your bone kaye. When you send me, I'm not going to find. San Colani ni abra, but years for them go fever go down Colano. Now Pop Colano by no and coupon different from East away. Now I shut them and look. So
For your man, Papa. The yes moja you are talking about is a very serious thing.
Yes, I was.
We distribute it first week in every month.
Every month, first week.
So this month we couldn't distribute. We will distribute it Sunday.
Yes, Sunday.
If you are in debt, you have to run and come and take some.
What they can.
Our blood of Jesus that we distribute here is a special one. It's unique.
Yeah, I'm not there.
It's unique.
Yeah.
Yes. It's very unique.
Papa.
Others use sobolo.
Yeah.
Others use anointing oil.
Yeah.
Others use what again? Champagne. Hey. Others use what again?
How do you call it?
Maybe
wine.
communal wine and what again?
Yeah, communal wine. They use it.
They all have the way they operate for them.
That's it.
Because God, the God that called them, instruct them to do like that.
Yeah.
But our own here is the blood of certain animal.
That's it.
The blood of certain animal.
Yeah.
And when you use it to touch your body and you are in debt, if the person didn't forgive the debt, somebody must pay it for you.
Yes, sir.
So this is serious. You saw today, somebody was giving 100 million testimony.
Yeah.
10,000. Somebody said he's ready to pay. And the thing is not that the person just said it to. She told me the person has sent the first batch of the money. Somebody she doesn't know anywhere. And she said that she want like the test. She said ever since she's born, she has never given testimony before. And she said that that blood was there until she remembered to use it. Then everything just like that. You see, this blood is helping people. They have to come and take it. And if you want somebody to help you, Sunday is your chance, opportunity. You just come and take it, Boko, and obey the instruction. Now, instruction, most of the people know it already.
Yeah.
So if you come, you ask any member, they will tell you. Yeah. It's a key. You just apply. That is all. Yeah. And the one I will share this very Sunday. What I used to put inside, I will put double inside.
Jesus Christ.
If I used to put maybe 1 car, I will make it 7. Just go and bath for blood of certain animal. Sunday will not be the first time we're sharing it.
No.
We've shared it, and people give testimony. So everywhere you are, Sunday, don't fail. This very Sunday, don't fail it at all.
Papa Yaku Posha, and then I mean for can. I get Sunday, I 10 years moja. And mommy, you know, more than Yaku for the people of the Baba Chama, mommy. Some days you lose moja, one second, Sepa. A moment they can, we are Saka, yes, moja will be. A can of Omom cannot be a chow. We have a family free, men tribute, Matacho free. But so they can banana bra. Who prefer Baba, yes, moja. We have a Sablana Bajidi. Opa kwentu bra na badibi. Opa ye fa ba bra. Papa pacho kaka man pacho. Fabi to aso man.
Sa we ni nyina no. Yes mo jana nkasa no tumi wo. Enti wo de opa bia no wo de ahia ne se wo nsabeka.
Yeah.
Unsaka anuano. Now testimony bebre a lot that we don't put on social media.
That's it.
There are a lot we don't put on social media. And my people, I don't show their faces. That is why. But if you can't hear yourself, you will hear the testimony yourself. Right. Because every day there are another live testimonies. Live testimony. Every day new testimonies. And God has been blessed this house so much that you just have to become part of the family, and your problem will be solved completely. Even today, you see the woman, he say, if I cough, blood comes. Yes. If I cough, blood. So when I was sitting there, I realized that no, she was crying, and the lady tapped, and then she went this. Before I also went there, and now she's happy. The head Isaac came that she wanted it again. You see, so we serve a living God. Yeah.
Papa, that's it. Papa, you go back to your topic. Papa, the patron, Mr. Mibisa, Wadaro, and Sabunu. You see, if you go, we show you, but if you know, we show you Easter week. A bushana be born up a goose. Yeah, a bushaw brown on a goose. If you know, be tea, one would change. It's a no of fair catches. Who show you my Send Sika, you're found to saying, you're found to approach him.
Over Pran. Over Pran. Oh, sir, he is thinking that he's doing it well. Those cannot know. If you get a spiritual person, a prophet, a sound man of God, who will pour the libation for you before your family in Christianic way, will pour the libation for you, will never mention any lesser God's name, but will mention the creator of heaven and earth and connect it to your ancestors, and it will work, and let them do it. When they were doing it 100 years now, 50 years now, 5 years now, what is your life? That is what you need to do. Your life is not changing. The more they do, the more they attack. Then why do you continue? They say if you didn't do, somebody will die, you let him die.
Okay, thank you. My next question is that in every stage of life, for example, I'm in my family, and I know the poor libation, and now I've gotten married. So my question is, will I adopt my family's libation, or now that I've gotten married to a new person, for example, I'm a lady, I've gotten married to my husband. Okay. So from my husband's family side, am I going to pour another extra libation, or if I pour libation on that side, would my family libation also have effects to this
marriage? Yes. Your family libation has effects, and the man's libation has effects. So what the man must do is, because something partridge. We have the partridge, we have the prophet, we have the servant, we have like that. Yeah. When we talk of partridge, we are talking about Abraham, we are talking about Isaac. Those people are not prophets, but they represent their family. They pour libation on behalf of their family. Yeah. So once you become one, you must learn how to pour libation. You must learn the spirit key of pouring libation, so that you will pour libation on behalf of your ancestors. Did you get it? You, the two of you who are married, you will pour libation on behalf of you yourself.
It means you have left your family's home.
Yes. Okay. To do it. A prophet or spiritual person, endorsement, prayer, then you continue. You take your cloth and you pour it.
My next question is, what if your family's home, anytime you pour libation, they mention your name, wouldn't it affect you?
Okay, so this is like this. Spiritual realm, they respect principles and protocols. Yes. So once you start doing like that, they neglect you from the family. So you are out of the family. So once they mention your name spiritually, no, you have taken your own path. So
So they know you are under a different.
Yes.
Okay.
You build your own canopy and then you are moving. Yes. That is it. But you just don't stand up and start pouring it. Libation, before you pour or do this thing, it's a baton. They need to hand over to another person, hand over to another person. So because of your family, somebody is holding the baton. So you have to go to another prophet or spiritually to hand over that baton before you'll be able to do it. If not, you can pour it, but it doesn't sound anywhere. The land cruiser will not accept it.
Okay, so it's much advisable to see the prophet.
Yes, it's an endorsement like impartation before you'll be able to do it.
Thank you.
Please.
You that. But say this out way. Your court to say young one, you feel and you feel. Who say almost see and you feel a dynamite. Also almost year or tabu a feeling. If you are year the busy, so to say mutia now is so. Now I don't know. Yeah, a do baby almost suffer be an almost ye to reach what no one would deny a gusso, a year pilot. And I say, Bibi Sano, and also see the same way in Biana.
Correct. This is simple. This is container bought from a market. Okay. Kill a fowl and pour the blood on it. Tomorrow, kill a fowl. Another spirit will come and set inside this one, and we'll be using this compost. Simple. Because blood is very powerful.
Sure.
So blood conveys power.
Sure.
Eh? So why do I use the blood of animal? Connect it with you. Add something to let people to have the breakthrough. Blood is very powerful. Even in the time of Moses, they were sacrificing animal.
Yeah.
So blood is unique and powerful. So even this one, you are pouring blood on it, it becomes busu. So that thing you are pouring blood on it, it's become busu. You sit on it too, you do something on it too. It becomes the advert effect is there. Look, listen. Every lesser god is not something to tamper with. Can help you today and tomorrow destroy you.
Okay.
When he help you two, he will destroy you four. The more you kill fowl, the more you are happy in a temporary moment. When you stop killing fowl, all that you have attained, you will drop down. So that is what I'm talking about. Are you getting it? Now, there are some tradition we need to understand and try to correct it.
Okay.
How? Some killing of fowls and the rest. Some of the time, the thing don't need fowl. Like, if you're not free. When you kunyana kasapra yemfa moja ngusu. Would you put this But people outside, they will kill and be using it to do other things and pour it on the lesser god. But the stone itself, it doesn't need blood. You see? Even there are some people, they will do it and pour blood on it. So royal stool is genuinely from God. That is why it doesn't need those things to operate by itself. But we are trying to do it anyhow. So it will affect.
That they wouldn't be. Last year, my papa didn't do.
Okay.
And I quit. It's your quay, you said you fear anything. Na busuafo no ye kwa ahemfie abotena ase akansa omutwa omusi ye ntwen ye ngira wotere ya sala na ye
Virginity nasa.
eti omutwa odwan ti ena omudi moja no gu ekwan na ho e wo fom wo se ye mfa so ye nyina ye mfa so ko ahemfie o me we na amutwa gu woni ti na ka me pese me ko na so bi so be county ko ya so no say me nko bi enti eno na ye fa musa e wo so aso bi yeso
Problem here. So when you pass through, she's saying that okay, she doesn't want to participate in the lesser god, but they kill ram. They kill a ram, and then they use the blood at the entrance. They say they should pass on. What is the scenario? There are some people they don't want to eat. So when you pass on to the blood, you've eaten it. Do you understand? It means a wedding.
Indirect.
It is a see that aka say but you see many I bet you waiting. That's why they do it, that everything that passed there. No spirit will say that he's hungry, he didn't eat. So they do it on the road, that every spirit that will come, it will pass the road by all means. When you pass there, you have eaten it. You will not blame them that you have not eaten it. That's why they put the blood there.
Papa, yeah, that's it. I'm going to push out, say, Papa, I'm on some woman in the Nameba, TBO, because if it's any money, I want to Mujania, dear pioneer, give a person. Papa, but you are that remote, maybe some week. Papa, until you don't know a fee and feel. Maybe I can be to your house. I hear it's if you are not being so on one back on a Christian, but a fashion question. I'm not doing something. I'm a friend from maybe I am a same machine. I could see a machine, a few machine. Not a machine, a penny, a condition out of it will be a pie upon Pioneer. I don't want to say 2 minutes. To say the Bujas of Dharma. Now, only Christian you. Or bet you as a self call man and yes, of course. To fair.
Okay, so it depends. Anything when you are Christian, anything that has to do with lesser God, you don't need to involve. You don't need to involve. Whether you go, you use your money, you are part. You don't need to involve. If you are Christian, you don't need to involve. But there are certain cultures and traditions you can involve as a Christian, like your throne, like your throne in your community. Oh. As for that one, that's why I told you that even that throne is genuinely from God, like your throne. And there are certain things they do like Saraka. What is Saraka? They do it like Mamishi. Those who they say they're from the sea, and they wear white. There are certain things you can involve in all this. Not that they kill goat and cow and go on it. No. You don't need to involve as a Christian. Once you involve and you think you are Christian, you are standing in a double road. You understand? You don't even know where you are going. So like the main road like this, cars are going like this, others are going like this. Then you come and stay in the middle. You can neither come here or here because everything is going like this. So it's like that. You have to wash your hand out of those things. But there are some cultures you can involve.
Okay.
They wear beads and all these things and so on, cowries and so on. They are all part of the natural thing God said enjoy. So God told us what the lesser God is in the book of Psalm 105. God actually described how lesser God is. If you see lesser God, you know. He said they have ear, they can't hear. They have nose, they cannot smell. They have eye, they cannot see. They have hands, they have mouth, but they cannot talk. They are the handiwork of what? Men. Those who create them are like them. Are you getting it? It's busum is a simple thing that we have. If you see busum, I have to know. And a design. So that lesser God is what I'm saying. No, it should be off from the system. Any other thing which is not lesser gods there, it needs to be worshipped by God. You get it?
Ashafo mama to ade kakra na me samba back to studio bi na ye to aso na me bo won kai se onipa oso program yi mu ma edi program yi bre on cheche yi bre a wonya bi a wo hwe no ya safo mama 1 mama ne na yemu ye odwe ne mani a ho be for na opo abre fi se kwa me tia bo to friend na se ba studio we so fi ma bin into ba pe me frɛ obra fi straight to ne papa mle fi wa ye to love ne bi so mo ni bi asi mama me ti nya fi aso dem fi studio na straight to mission ya mama yakopon shira o life hwe yakopon shira na opeso a awodi wom so a tumi wom a o fa ye maame a o sabe tumi akadi ebi a wo ye o ya adore o ware engagement na to betumi aye den achewo de na ma no betu da fresh na ma no na o fresh ma na be bia wo bia no ope 200 pieces on sabe kan ade asem wa wo and my program so aye kama so be so program na se a kwanya wo ho na ma be tu bia ofre na medifo a nyamedifo no betena ase edi ho nkomo na bibia wo hye bia wo bia no na nyamedifo edi atu anu na be na mana number ni 0591 atotiwa ne waso ne tin number no 0591659608 0591659608 itu fresh number ya obenya popi na papanso ene wa yede atwetwe komo e wo sponsorship no onya order bi so Effects of Mano ma from the same number no na onsabe kan order no so yakọ nsa yakọ back to studio B so for
Okay, I think this can be my last question. If I don't get anything, I'll let Daddy know. My question is, as a Christian, you know you have a family. We all have families. And it's not all that our families are Christians. We have part of our families can be a traditionalist and other stuff. So, me that I'm a Christian, that I have accepted Christ, and maybe a relative of mine being part of my extended family, and we have lost a relative. So is it advisable for me, a Christian, to attend? Because those funeral, I'm sure they will pour libation and it's going to be hold against my life. So can I decide not to go to those kind of rites or something like that? Can I decide not to go to that funeral? Or it's very advisable for me to?
No, you can go to the funeral. If you go, you don't have. They are not pouring libation because of you. It's the funeral, the corpse, the casket, the disease. So it's not because of you. But if you go and you're involved in the libation, that is when. And I'm not saying libation is wrong.
Yes.
If only it has to do with God and the ancestors, fine. It didn't involve any lesser God. That is all. Why do I say ancestors? Jesus Christ is traditionally so perceived to be an ancestor. Anybody that is claimed sanctuary and be used to achieve something. There is ghost. That is why Jesus was walking on the sea. And Peter said, is he a ghost? And Jesus replied, this is not a ghost. Which means truly there is a ghost. So anybody that died, the ghost can help. God can use the ghost to help. But as for that one is not made by human being, it's God. But as for the lesser God, it is human that created it. It is out of the plan. Yes. So as for funeral, you cannot go, they will call libation. You pay your money, you pay because of that disease. You didn't pay because of the libation. So if they use it to go and buy schnapp, it doesn't matter. The same schnapp you can buy yourself as a pastor and do medicine, no problem. But the purpose where they are using it for is the case.
Okay, so my next question is it only libation is pouring liquid? Because sometimes I know some people who prepare some kind of food, then I think they'll ask someone to go and they'll ask selected number of people to go and pick and eat. Like maybe those kind of attorney.
They are all connected to the lesser God.
Okay.
Like the ones who Grace was saying the other time. Those time with eating that those your friend Zago. Yes. Zago means that after your people have cooked, then you remain small one into the pot and leave there maybe some part of the this thing. When they give you, you come and add it, go and hide, and then you eat it. Sometimes they don't want the intestine, so you go and pull this one well and then you use it. As you are doing it, even in the fire, you are putting some in the fire. It's not easy. And you see that whatever that they have, they do it is connected to the lesser God. But the same thing you can be in your house and do it with red oil, anything, no effect now. Even Roman people does it, but they don't do it to any particular lesser God. That is it.
So first of all, that's it. Mami Grace.
Daddy, say me sha ana me kaya. Eya benefo no say de yam ya tete an fie kaka. Benefo do omu gu ensa. Omu de ensa na kire so aka say, "Oh, chiri akokwa me ya kire won sa ya ma won sa." Asase ya won sani o na omu de bi agu fo. Nananom empa so na omu de bi agu. Enti we ni na na omu be fefe, na omu fefe ni na de bu nsa na. Boni bi enima.
Debbie. Asas So in the tradition they believe that the man ruled the sky and then the woman, which is Asaseya, ruled the earth. So they are only giving appellation to God. And then they said what ancestors. Nanano means ancestors. But when it goes beyond that, they say, oh, a chingali, asimasi, say, then it goes deeper to the other side. Did you get that point? Yes.
Enti me ba cho say e bi omo friend na nanu kwaso na no mu wie na say omo bo ebusuafo no bi a ebi mu din e bi asofu yi ma say no mu bo ni din
yeah, omo to me bo they can mention all the family, those who have died. Yes, they are all the ancestral thing they are doing. No problem.
Okay.
No problem. But you know we have gods. Lesser gods with their names. Or don't you know they mention it? Lesser gods with their name. That is where the libation, I have issue with that libation. But the pouring of each libation mentioned that is a form of prayer, which is fantastic. Well.
That me that say.
Okay.
I say them me bo ahimfi o me bo wasa. Ebia obi so o tie ya na so o hwe ye. Ono so fi ahimfi. Enti no anoma bi wo pese o tie ase. Daddy, ye woni pa bebre ye wa ahimfi asa adede to o. So mu godi asa ya ahindi a. Ne nipa no ye Kristo ni a. Obi wo wan ma osuro say obekwa akodi because o say ahindi no e abosomsem. Enti no say ahindie no to na o say o mi am ye Kristo ni de ahindie de me ndi say me dia eni Kristo eni twaka enti so obi hwe ya na so obi tie ye na say dia oyo de hye na so ofi ahimfie sa na say adidi ato na ono so pese oni Kristo entemu eno on pese bia etitimu beba ana so obeye bibia betia ne Kristo so no say nipa no owo nkwan say oye Kristo ni no kodi
Okay, before I answer your question, she's saying that is it good for a Christian to be a king? Okay, so before I answer your question, when they say King of Jews, what comes into your mind?
King of Jews.
Jews. Jews.
The King of Jews is who? Jesus Christ, your friend is saying.
Okay.
How do we call Jesus Christ?
Okay,
when he died that day, and they want to write the name, what name did they write on?
Jew for him. Jew for him.
Judah. Okay. So when they say King of that Judah, right, is who?
Jesus Christ.
So Jesus is a king, right? Yeah. So that one is not out of the Okay, so let's move further.
Yeah.
When they draw Jesus now, and we want to see what type of care do they put on top of his head?
Crown,
which represent royal.
Yeah.
Is that not it?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Jesus was a king.
Yeah.
Sure.
He was a king. If he was a king, then he can also be a king. Or the king that he was, is he in heaven? Is he not on this earth?
On this earth, yeah.
Yes, this earth now. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
The becoming a king, this throne is God. Now you see, before they call every prophet Elijah, before they call prophet Elijah, they call him because of King Ahab and Jezebel. Because of them. That is what God raised Elijah. So before any prophet comes, there is a king. The king moves together with a prophet. It is only one time in the Bible where Samuel became the king, at the same time a prophet. So a king can be a prophet or a man of God, the same time a king. Or if not, once you're a king and the stool is genuine, God will raise another prophet to support you. If you go through all the Bible, all the prophets, God raised them because of certain king. King Isaiah, the same thing. To correct what they are doing, the wrong thing they are doing. So as for the royal stool, is from heaven.
Sure.
It is the way we manage it here that we think it's satanic. It is never satanic. Everybody who is a king is a call by God. Ministers, the way they call pastors, is a call from heaven. So when they say come and be a king or a queen, it's a call to ministry. It's a ministerial work from heaven, mandated from heaven. It's in a penny for say yansi wo hini wo suru a yansi was asase wo isu. Are you getting the point? Now, when you enter crowd, what at all is the kingship inside? You see the way they dress? The way they dress there, nothing wrong about that too. Somebody gets his money and go and buy gold and then put it. It is not any different. Okay. The animal they slaughter and the rest. When they take it inside the this it's not anything they go and do. They only pray to the throne. They pray to the throne. So that is what the power the community has invested in that. Now, so the kings, I mean, different. Some they have gone to battle, so they've won the battle. They've killed their people, but somebody tried very hard. So as you try very hard, then they will make a stool and make you sit on it that be our mafia, be our king, because you have done the greater thing. That's it. So when that person is not there, the representative of that person is the throne. So they put another person on that throne. So that throne is not the God, but it's that the image of that person they are showing. And then there is another way, it is not battle, but they need a leader to be with them. So a leader needs to have a throne, special throne to represent, just like in God, the way God is. Are you getting me? Like the stool out there. If I should go and sit on this one too there, it wouldn't look this thing, the same thing here. So it's just like that. It's not different thing, but you see, traditionally when they come, somebody can drink beer, somebody can drink coke, somebody, beer is not good, it's appetition. So they will bring appetition. Paul said, tell Timothy that because of your stomach, if you're coming to public, you can take small one. If Paul doesn't want his brother to go to heaven, if Paul knows that that thing will prevent his brother going to heaven, he will not advise him to do that. He will say, die and go to heaven rather than doing it. Okay, that one is so. If you bring that petition, people take, what is it? They said that day, the first miracle Jesus to wine. After they said that the inner man, the master take the wine, he said, what he knows is that you have to bring the beautiful wine first. After people have taken it and they are out of their senses, then you can bring the one which is not sweet. Which means we have the wine have taste that time, which means it has taste. 2, what did the inner man saw in the wine to know that this is better than this? So we have palm wine, we have paper wine, we have so wine. What type of wine did Jesus perform that day? And I know in marriage or wedding, there are different types of drinks. So what type of miracle did Jesus perform? If it is palm wine, and when you drink it, people get drunk. So are you saying Jesus to commit a crime? Are you getting the point now? So the king, anybody who is listening to me, and his hometown, they say he should be a king. Master, run fast and go and be the king. If not, the Chinese cry, you will not get it. Run fast and go and be the king. But you see, sometimes you need to advise yourself. Sometimes maybe in some hometown, they kill. because of their throne. They kill. When you realize that they kill, Master, it's better you stay for your family than to go there and be killed. If you are killed, you are not there to enjoy the throne. Yeah. Are you getting it? But if you feel that there is no killing, you can be there and help, and the community to help you. Master, go fast. By a place where this juju kind of this thing and the rest, don't go. If you want to go, truly, then you have to come to Bishop Sam David. Let me give you the bigger power before you go and sit on the throne. Yes.
Nana, yedasi, so still yedasi, maybe yedasi. Nana, whether your final question, I mean, I'm a shasi. But what I remember, we said, Obi Ohonoa, Omunya ya payen Ufia, Sadan ya payena, Sadana to use a bonnet and manish. I dear planting, Sadana, not when that effective. I think we said a sunny panel of Omunya ya panel in the die of Besso Diano. No, she's got a now over the hometown. You say go on, I think you're one man here. Obesso me ya payena who put it dinner or so Diana, not a classroom, school that will be school there for 10 years. No more Befana. To be patrol to sunny bay of power name and of flower full swat and more than almost sunny bay.
Oh, sir, no be a one level no sort yes, said you should stop involving in those kind of lesser gods libation.
Okay.
That is one.
Okay.
When it comes, then there is a way I will make him or her have a covenant with the Savior we have here. When you have that covenant, it will take you out of that. You see yourself in school and all this, and it's backwardness. It's back because when we used to have completed school, and you are seeing yourself in a classroom again, writing exam, failing exam, or wearing nika. Nika too is in a dream is not good. See yourself wearing nika. That one too is not good. Or walking bare chested, disgrace. Walking without slipper, disgrace. You see, all this when the person comes, because you are not under any covenant or any protection or any power, so you are still being controlled by that power. Yes, it's like that. When the person comes, you do this.
So for slavery, my final question.
Oh, my own will not be a question, but it's kind of contribution.
Okay.
So the way Daddy was saying right now that you dream and barefooted, you are not wearing any slippers or any footwear, and sometimes you dream you are not putting on any top or any attire. It's a disgrace that you are saying. It's a disgrace. Okay. So it's a lesson to us. The final solution is let's come and let's try. Everyone has a problem.
Or they remove your hair.
Your hair.
It's taking your.
So all these things are kind of disgrace to your life. So
I know a state in the center of Cameroon.
Kasafa Diason, now what's it in after Diason? I'm an amateur to us on your go.
Everyone has a problem. I always say so. If you know you are a victim, don't stay there. Don't stay there. This is your best solution. So just try and find way and come wherever you are. Just find time and contact that. Your problem will never be the same. Thank you.
I'm agree.
Person can be before program in Sunday. It's useful. Say ye can yesu moja asama e wo down we mu ha adase e koso wa ha sa wuti fie na sa wo ye fense when to me amba Sunday amba ji yesu moja bi enkodwale dia o na wa ye ho say sa yesu moja no ye papa mfa je si akoso obeye ne dogu no ma na wo mu no say obe abi aka ho na say ano ayehye mo enti say wan ba mbaji bidia ende na wa ye ho say so mo di kan use bi ye nyina ye di adanse dia ekoso no e na enoma sa yesu moja no eye ma ye no ebura adwene ti ase so adansidie efia ya adansidie fie me de me to be the sense ni say me hu bi a waba asafoe mu na wabetine mu anya be bosome wo de me ka ne kese obi to me ba ne week pe na obeba na obedi adanse obi to me ba the week no obedi adanse me de be me say be si me bo akese me hu bi a wabetina dan we mu na odi akompa abadan we mu say waba asoro Muhammad na odi adanse wa hada enti me de me hu say ahaye adansidie efie enti wuti fie na wo hwe ye etie ye ya pomodi ase Sunday wie di nimia wo beba program na ekoso no eye program wanwaso ebra adwe ne ntiase so wunim de etie ye sonko sesi aye hwa yiste mu na ye de ye keka ko ya je nkwa no ebe wu je ye nkwa no oni mogya bi eye de ehwiegu kavali de bepo no so na mogya no so kavali bepo no so no ema entabadan no emu ye den epayi mienu emu teye enti mogya no tumi wo Yesu mogya no eye senkyerene eye awonwade saa mogya no bi na ye papa ye de eche wo fia no enti Sunday we betibi na wo so ko dwale na Easter ya ye bedi oh enye sonkoma okra we di Easter die na so we dwale mogya we ya Easter ye de wanimi ebe Easter chese wo wure fida de bia no be kai na mendo mo no ka
okay quick one I for them say me open your chill kwan na pe bia asafri ewo Sam Johnson ofin kramba ewo Sanifa so o kon kan office kofodua Kumase ensam mo ba ewo onsabenkum so that Sam Johnson ana ye chill kwan wo nyame adwa kwasi ada asoro bus kese anyango kon fa na po aso e de bus na de aba na bus me bia ewo ni start free circle to amasamani poku ase na bus na de sanya me maye de eba ntu ohweme na wo ekran patamu a eba kotwen e wo circle wono mu baby a Vodafone for office no wono wono ma na car na ye de e park ntu du wono ma car ni si wo mo se nyame di for ne mfoni mo car no mebre for car na free of charge untu aka pre by 6 o'clock na car na aboabo nipa no a dom awodo a odemo ba the check premises no e wo Sam Johnson asolo bi awon mo na odu Sam Johnson so bi awunya aka ya asolo ka ba ko du sense Johnson so no ma de nyakopon ba so fi Johnson so aye de aba asolo na se bi a unya information bi wanyela na ope baby open number bi afra asolo na ma na me tu dwa no ofra beba na me di photo direct na me di for ma location no ma watu nya ba asolo won mo anya me ya ma ko seda number ni 0591 659608 0591 659608 and two friend number we are on sa ebe kanya me omo so yase na no so yase ma program ba eye soft mame papa no so yase ama ye program e ba so opesobo e ga yo program opesobo da se wa o friend number na be tu dana on sa be ka so mame nya unya 3000 pieces 4000 pieces 5000 pieces e ga yo program o friend number na be bia wo bia no o sa be de e be ka nya me aduma ko sia da program ne ko so eye direction yelu na ekoso ahoma direction de akire odu onu ma na ya kidnap we de ahoma ne ade akire wo na ne wonsa so mo de sa ahoma de chiro ena protection aba nti ahoma ne de chiro na entam wo na ahoma ne tete na ahoma ne papa at the same time ye nyame di force sa chemo da sonko first week of the month bia starting from January afia sase ano sase to ode kwa kopem the month of 31st December na ode asa asimu ama 2024 into quick one no we gem ama nyamedi for so for ye nyamisra mo so for la nyakopo so no mjeja camera na chini video na chi emi mi na baby amobia nyakopo so nyamedi for over to you
you be that say nyamisra mo so what I want to say is that I want to gather money, I want to do this before I come. You see, what you need is you are coming to church. That is what you need. Just be coming to church. That's all. We close, you go. You come. We close, you go. We worship here Wednesday, Sunday. And that's all. That one will solve your problem. There are things we give. There are prayers we do here. That one is general one which people are giving testimony. Yes. The blood like this, we share it openly. Which people are giving testimony. So when you are coming, bring your small bottles and then come and take it. We'll stop here. So till we meet again, as a 24 gunshot salute. Pow. Pow.